Margaret Kuhlman of Soul Astrology. New moon in the last section of Sagittarius, not that far from the galactic centre, and as they say, the beginning of the eclipse season. Mercury right beside. The last section is Sagittarius at its most expansive, and with the trine, the blue lines to Mars in Aries, it's very energetic. A lovely new moon to have at this time of the year, and in potentially difficult circumstances. So lots of ideas, ways to enjoy ourselves, lots of discussion, many thoughts about how and why and what is the truth. And with Mars joining in, potentially resentment, anger, and even rage about the curtailing of freedom. Sagittarius needs to be free, free to roam the world of ideas and the world. Freedom to choose which way to go at any particular moment. Again, the connection to Mars, the freedom to enjoy whatever impulse arises, whatever the desires may be for one's own self-expression. With Mercury beside the Sun-Moon, all of this will be communicated. And because it's so late in Sagittarius, it does mean that the Sun will complete its Sagittarian month after only a few days, reaching the solstice, the beginning of Capricorn, its furthest point south throughout the year, on the 21st of December, only a week. The solstice is becoming the most important part of this month, in the sense that there is also, on that same day, within a few minutes, Jupiter exactly on Saturn, in the sign they have only just entered, Aquarius itself. So within the first half of the first degree of Aquarius, Jupiter meets Saturn, and the changing structures that began on the 17th of December with Saturn entering Aquarius by himself, Jupiter rushes in on the 20th and establishes the broader possibilities of Saturn's new movement. Saturn is the focus of events, the materializing of things that have only been thought, and Jupiter brings with him all the possibilities of ways that that might be expressed, an expansion of our desire to support humanity, not just as a bunch of physical entities, but as a species, and more, as growing consciousness itself. Consciousness is what is. Without it, we wouldn't know anything. What is growing in humanity is our contact, our own degree of consciousness. That Mercury and the Sun should enter Capricorn at that time suggests a realization of the responsibility which comes with this growth. And on that solstice day, Venus will still be in contact with Chiron and with Uranus. A desire in the way we relate to each other, in the way we express our concern, to support individuals in their growth, in their recovery from suffering, by letting go of physical restraints. The Uranus in Taurus breaking free. And that same day, the moon will sextile Pluto. The moon goes right round the sky every 28 days. But it is interesting that the sextile to Pluto should happen on this day. When astrology is applied to the whole human race, the world, societies and so on, the moon represents the people. So, with the moon sextiling Pluto, It's calling for a transformation of how things are done. It is in Pisces, so it could be through that connection with the oneness of all of us, the fact of the whole world being affected by what's going on at the moment. And with Pluto being squared that same day by Mars, this could lead to disruptions. Ideally, the disruptions would be able to bring about spiritually based changes, changes that support everyone. It's as though the restrictions of this time, particularly through fear and manifested through control, are taking the entire human race towards a lesser being, rather than the greater growth that is always possible. It's restricting the soul of humanity. We need a different way to approach life as a whole, to deal with difficulties, and that way will become the Aquarian way, where everyone's opinions get heard, where there is discussion, general, and decisions are made that support all of us with our different needs. The naturalness of being human, gregarious, close, physical entity, where the physicality can be used to express love and closeness. So the physical form becomes an instrument of spirit, rather than a restriction of it. By the full moon on the 30th of December, much will have happened. But the chart still shows the Sun connecting with Uranus, as though there is a movement for freedom. And the moon in Cancer, its own sign, hugely nurturing insofar as it is able. This whole time is about completions, the movement from where we've been to where we're going to be. This is the bridge time. On a physical level, this bridge is wobbly, and there are battles going on across it. On a spiritual level, it's strong and sure. And if we reach the spiritual level as we cross, it steadies our progress. We can only do this as individuals inwardly. In the letter this month there is an exercise which you might enjoy to do, taking one through the layers of ourself, checking ways to improve how we are, to increase our ability to understand, and to let go of things that are not relevant. And this little video follows with a meditation exercise rather than just contemplation. As it involves very much going inward, I would suggest closing eyes helps the process. Every thought we have is a tendril of energy, reeling gently out from our being. When we follow the thought, allowing it to unroll, we leave ourselves. Meditation asks us to notice those thoughts as threads that would unravel our space, and gently reel them in. So reel in each thought thread as it appears, while you remain softly within your own field, your own space. Each thought thread as it appears, reel it in rather than following. And notice how the energy builds up in your space. Feel your heart area. And as you breathe, let it expand. The heart, a ball of light, warm light in the middle of the column of your groundedness. That warm flow expands from your heart as you focus on it, while continuing to breathe softly and relaxed. Feel the warm flow spread throughout your shoulders, down into your body, even into the ground beneath you. The warm flow with each breath. Expanding up through your neck, straight into your head. Gently radiating through your face. From the heart, warming and widening your cheeks, softening your eyes, and spreading out, glowing around your head and filling the entire space that you sense of your human beingness. Breathing gently, relaxed. Feel the certainty of this light as life itself, rejuvenating, replenishing. This light, life itself, re-energizing your human being. And expanding beyond your humanness into the greater self that you are. Expanding into the knowledge, the wisdom and love that is all things. Breathe. Dear point of focus, breathe all that love until you know for sure that there is truly nothing else to be. Breathe. Love is all. And yet it focuses in this space you occupy for you to breathe and radiate this sureness into your world. That space occupied by your perceptions on every level. Breathe that sureness of love and life into every level you perceive. You are not separate from all you perceive on the physical, emotional, and even the mental levels of human capacity. You are one with all this. You are not separate from your imaginings, and every thought you have is made of your energy, that energy that is at your disposal. So you may not separate yourself from anything that you think is happening, however far away it may seem, and whether or not you have experienced it in your everyday life. You may not say, "This is not mine." It is all what you are. You are energy. Truly that. So whatever you do with your energy is what you are. And so reel in those thoughts before you disperse yourself beyond recovery. Your reality is love, and only that. But you may only know this when you occupy the center of your own locality and expand from its center. And you may locate that center at your heart. Breathe into your heart. That warm, soft glow that radiates from you into your world. And may your world be warmed by your glow. All spirit is with you. Come back into your body with a warm heart massaged by your breathing. Be that grounded column of light. Take care of yourself first, so you may care for everyone else. Thank you.